In this video, we will use a model to demonstrate the draping of a canine patient for a basic abdominal procedure. To begin, the sterile surgical team member should determine the area to be draped. Confirm the patient is neatly clipped and scrubbed. The diameter of the prepped area must correspond to the size of the intended incision, including emergency considerations. Locate important landmarks, such as mammary glands, prepuce, and umbilicus. Inventory supplies on sterile instrument table: 4 sterile surgery towels, 4 backhouse penetrating towel clamps, a 3/4 drape, Lister bandage scissors, and 4 Lorna Edna non-penetrating towel clamps. The first 3 towels will be folded using an identical method. Let's pause here for a step-by-step tutorial. This towel has been modified for demonstration purposes. Notice the 2 different colored sides. First, orient the towel lengthwise and fold the furthest edge from you, a strip approximately 3 inches wide, underneath the towel itself. With palms facing up, slide index fingers beneath the newly created corners. Pinch towel between the index and middle fingers, like so, and rotate wrists inward. Extend the thumbs for increased stability. Now let's put this into action. With the towel oriented lengthwise, fold the top edge away from you. Place index fingers behind the towel and rotate wrists inward. Carefully, in order to maintain asepsis, back away from the instrument table and transport the towel to the surgical site, paying special attention to the proximity of your sterile gown in relation to the non-sterile patient and patient table. The first towel should be placed on the side nearest you, covering the area at highest risk of contamination, like mammary glands and prepuce. Leave sufficient space for the surgical approach and release grip on the towel's corners. Be deliberate in your towel placement to limit need for adjustments. Note, gloves cannot exceed the toweled area or touch any part of the undraped surface without becoming contaminated, necessitating a change of gloves. Repeat the folding process for the second towel. This second towel may be placed across the patient, either cranial or caudal to the surgical site. When placing these end towels, remember to leave appropriate space should the incision need to be extended intraoperatively. Towel number 3 is folded using an identical process to the previous 2. Looking ahead, because these tables are too tall, see how the assistant compensates and lifts the towel high, above shoulder height, during transport. The low camera angle exaggerates, but helps to highlight this key challenge of maintaining the sterile window throughout the draping process. When placing, maintain a keen awareness of patient landmarks. The fourth and final towel is folded differently for ease of placement on the patient's far side. Here's how. Oriented lengthwise, fold the near side edge, approximately 3 inches wide, underneath. With palms facing up, slide index fingers under the corners nearest you. Lay remaining fingers flat on top side of towel and roll wrist toward center. Keep thumbs extended and in contact with the towel for added stability. Now back to work. As demonstrated, fold near side edge underneath. Palms face up. Insert index fingers. Remaining fingers lay flat. Wrist roll to center, and thumbs extend for stability. To transport, hold towel away from your body and high enough to avoid contacting patient prematurely, paying attention to your sterile window, and place the towel. Assess towel placement relative to the intended incision line. Note, towels may be adjusted away from, but never towards an incision site. To adjust a towel, pinch the top of the towel and move gently, remaining vigilant that hands do not exceed the toweled area, resulting in contaminated gloves. Pause here. If a towel needs to be moved closer to the incision site, rather than away from it, request a member of the sterile surgical team to retrieve an additional towel and repeat the folding and placement processes corresponding to that towel. Backhouse penetrating towel clamps are used to secure towels during surgery. Clamps must penetrate the two towels which create each corner plus the patient's skin to be effective. To test, lift gently. Note that repeat attempts may be made, but only if the clamp's jaws have not been retracted from the towel, as modeled here, to avoid contamination of your surgical space. To try again, open jaws, apply light downward pressure, and reclamp. Success! Now repeat this same process to secure the towels at the remaining 3 corners of the surgical site. Consider also the positioning of the handles of the penetrating clamps. Handles should lay flat, pointing away from the surgical site to minimize their physical interference. Invasive procedures, such as this abdominal surgery, require another level of barrier, which is achieved through the placement of a 3/4 drape. For ease of placement and reduced risk to asepsis, the surgeon and assistant should work together to complete this process. Before retrieving, familiarize yourself with all printed instructions for orientation and directional opening. Imagining the drape as a book, place the book's spine on the patient's xiphoid and orient according to the printed instructions. Working synchronously, each teammate manages the side of the drape nearest them. One hand stabilizes the drape, while the second unfolds it a safe distance above the surgery table. Agree on a direction to unfold next, either cranial or caudal. Take time to protect your sterile glove inside the drape before extending arms over the patient. Now repeat for the opposite side. Notice that the opposite hand is used to stabilize the drape. This particular drape is not fenestrated, requiring an opening to be cut using blister bandage scissors. Feel the penetrating clamps beneath the drape to calculate location and length of cut. Tent drape. Make 2 cuts through all layers of the drape. These designate the endpoints of the desired opening. A 3rd cut between the endpoints completes the opening. Note: if all drape's layers were not cut in the previous process, as demonstrated here, repeat the last series of steps. Now neatly fold the cut edges beneath the drape itself to create a clean, 4-cornered window exposing the surgical site. Lorna Edna non-penetrating towel clamps are used to anchor the drape to the shaft portion of the penetrating towel clamps beneath. Note: ideally, the newly cut edges folded beneath the drape are also included in the bite of each non-penetrating towel clamp for security. If not, however, these tabs may be cut away after the fact for increased visibility. This patient is now prepped, draped, and ready for surgery. Good luck!